Downey Jr. was just announced to play Doctor Doom in the MCU, and if you're like me, you've been expecting this for a very long time. Now, I'm actually shocked it actually happened, but the MCU needed something like this in order to gain its traction back, and it's the perfect time to announce it considering Deadpool and Wolverine is the #1 R-rated movie of all time as of now. I know Joker is above it, but it had the highest opening weekend of any other movie. If you're like me, you're probably a little skeptical on how they're going to execute this gorgeous plan they just laid out before us, but I do believe it's going to be a lot better than the Kane movie we were going to get. Honestly, because Robert Downey Jr. is such a captivating actor, and I could literally see him watch paint dry for an hour and I would still call it entertainment or art. I'm not a huge comic book fan, but I did watch the Avengers cartoon Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Doctor Doom was absolutely captivating in that, and that's really my first introduction I had to him other than the Fox movies I watched growing up. In the Fox movies, he kind of just played a mustache-twirling villain and didn't have much of a character, but in the actual cartoon I watched as a kid, he really had different layers, and he was really a great ruler, and not only a great ruler, but a great villain, which is something that MCU needs right now more than anything. It's time to address the elephant in the room, and the elephant is the MCU Phase 4 has been absolutely terrible. The only two, or actually three good films that came out of it were Guardians, Spider-Man, and Deadpool and Wolverine. And those movies were some of the best the MCU has to offer. But all the other movies have been honestly some of the worst superhero movies ever, and I would even put the original Daredevil movie above it. And that's how much I've despised the recent MCU phase. The most crucial thing I took away from Infinity War and Endgame was Josh Brolin's performance as Thanos. Thanos in that movie was such a compelling villain, and you could honestly see where he was coming from. But at the end of the day, he was a villain, and you did want to see the good guys beat him. And in Infinity War, Thanos did beat the good guys, but in Endgame, they finally got their revenge not once, but twice. I have no idea if Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom will compare to Josh Brolin as Thanos, but I do believe he's the only person who could save the MCU right now. And I don't mean that in a cliche way. I genuinely mean that as the MCU is in a terrible spot and it needs a compelling actor and a compelling villain and even compelling heroes in the Fantastic Four to bring the fans back. I do believe these two Avengers movies will be successful and will do great and will probably be genuinely good movies, but I'm worried about the projects, the shows, the movies, and even the specials they have coming out in between Deadpool and Wolverine and the new Avengers movies. The movie I'm probably most excited for is probably Fantastic Four, and there's never been a genuinely really good Fantastic Four movies. Even though I do like the originals, I don't think they're like really good movies compared to like Iron Man or Spider-Man 1 and 2. The new Captain America film does look good, but I also thought the same thing about Ant-Man, and we all saw how that one played out. The one thing that Captain America movie does have going for it is Red Hulk, and Red Hulk is one of my favorite characters of all time, and I have no idea why, but I did watch a cartoon as a kid called like Hulk Agents of Smash. Don't even get me started on Harrison Ford. He is one of my childhood heroes, from Han Solo to Indiana Jones. He really has played all my favorite heroes growing up. But he has phoned in a couple performances in the past few years, The Force Awakens being one of them. I feel like his heart wasn't in it. And even the new Indiana Jones movie, I could definitely tell his heart wasn't in it. But that's another topic for another day. I do believe Robert Downey Jr. coming back could save the MCU, but along the way it could burn the last bridge it had in Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. Leave what you think about this news in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for watching.